Let's go. Okay. Looks like we are ready to roll. We should be good to go. All right, let me get this link. Bam, bam, there you, bam. We should be able to just switch from here to here, back and forth, just like so. And bang, bang. Okay. We're in. Let's roll. We've got 10 comments here. Some of these are not. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, looks like we got 6 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll watch these 6 dudes. We'll try to make this brief but thorough at the same time. All right. So up first, week 9 highlights. Jalen Renault walks. 2025 O line, D line, 6'3", 260 pounds. Seen some clips of this guy before. Got a couple offers right now on the table. This will be his week 9 highlight tape. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Here he is lined up at center. Getting nasty with it and finishing. Very good. Here we go again. Locking on. Getting to the second level. Locking on. Just some good routine blocks here as well. Getting to second level. Important that we're getting to second level. Good. Take him where he wants to go. Bury him in the ground. Good blocks. Yeah, that one may not be worth putting on there. All right, so nice group of blocks here. Like I said before, we're looking at 6'3", 220. May need to gain about 10 pounds or so if you want to continue rolling and have an opportunity to play when you're a freshman. Right on the good track. All right, we got James Lee Alston. 2025, 5'10", 165 pounds. I don't know who he's listed as a 3-star buy. But I assume there's offers in here somewhere. I'm not particularly sure. I think I've seen his film before. I do believe I have. Let's go ahead and get into this. Okay. Yeah, so I've been able to see this. some of these clips before. I've seen some. This is his mid-season tape, so yeah, these remind me of some stuff. That one's not worth putting in there. First play is not the second play. Got to get that arrow on you, obviously. That ball's underthrown. I remember seeing this. That ball's underthrown. I wouldn't put that one in there either. That ball's underthrown. That doesn't help you out because if he puts it where he needs to, that's probably a touchdown, unfortunately. That's fine. More towards the end would be your pass breakups. Getting off the block, it's okay, but that's really not a highlight if that makes sense. This one's fine. That one's good. That's okay. Right, 1-on-1, close coverage. That's good. That'll be fine. Towards the end, the scramble drill. That's fine. Towards the end, again, broken record. He drops that pass. I don't know if that's a pass breakup, though. Circle on you. Make sure you've got these figured out. Just make sure they look clean, not sloppy. Not bad. Sideline was your friend there. All right, so just thoughts here. Make sure your best plays are first. Don't show weaknesses on highlight tape. So if you're getting burnt and then somebody underthrows it, I wouldn't put that on there. And like getting late to the party tackles, those don't do you any good either. 2025. I'm not familiar with these people. I am with Prep Red Zone, but 3.3 GPA. I think we've got. Yes, they would, but they won't. They won't tell me what's going on here. So no captions on these, unfortunately. Looks like he's fast per the stats. Um, the 3-star here, though, I'll be honest, dude, I wouldn't put this in my bio if it's not Rivals on 3 ESPN or 24/7 Sports. I know I've graded some people in the past, and I always say, it's just my opinion. It doesn't hold any weight. Pretty much the same thing with these other media companies. If they're not national media companies, I wouldn't include the 3-star. Not ragging on you, just being honest. It doesn't hold much weight. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm burping a lot too, huh? Cordell McClarty. All right, Cordell, I'm going to let you know something. It's not Switch Army Knife, it's Swiss Army Knife. By the way, that's the saying is Swiss Army Knife, not Switch. But 2025 DB wide receiver, tight end, 6'4", 185. So we're looking at some size here. Haven't posted any offers, which is interesting. We're out of Connecticut with a 3.0 GPA. Looks decently fast. See what we're rocking with. We got midseason tape, 50 tackles, and 200 receiving yards. Somebody's getting arrested in the background. Love it. Yeah, quite large individual there. Underthrown, able to make a play there. So what am I missing at this height, at this size? More people should be biting on you, especially if you run a legit 4.5 40. At this size. So you need to be following coaches a little bit more often and sending it out if this is the case. They don't know who you are, but they've got to look at you. Just with your size, they're obligated to look at you. They'd be a fool to not. So I'd follow as many coaches as possible. Send out your film as much as possible. And go from there. Not really highlight. Anyway, just with size, looking like we've got a little bit of athleticism on tape, a little bit of speed. Um, I'd encourage you to get this tape out a little bit more. Follow more coaches. Follow more coaches. Get your highlights pinned to the top of your page if not already. And they are. I'd try to get it in video form, screen record it, and then pin it so they don't have to go through all that stuff. But you should be following and sending out messages every day because at 6'4", 185, they'll find somewhere to put you. All right, Tay Poole. This kid's from Washington County. I've seen his film before in grading guys. Here's his midseason highlight tape. Outside linebacker here. Stepping up. So I wouldn't put that one as my first clip because you kind of get knocked back. That's not much of a highlight. No, this one here probably doesn't need to be at the beginning either. So there's like things that in structure of a highlight play for a linebacker, it needs to be your big hits beyond or at the line of scrimmage, good fits, good squeezes, and that nature, and getting and making a play, open field tackles, sacks, pass rush moves. Your assisted tackles, your tackles downfield should be towards the end. If you do put them, probably not at all. I wouldn't recommend putting them. Yeah, I might put that one towards the front. I wouldn't put these that you're making the play for 5 yards downfield. I wouldn't add those. Your job is to never give up ground, take on blocks, and make tackles. So when I look at highlight tapes, you need to have your best plays, absolutely the ones that pop. They don't need to just be routine plays. You need to have plays that pop up first and then go from there. All right. So you've got the size and you get after the ball well. Like I said, though, in means of concerns, put your biggest hits and your phenomenal plays first, not routine plays. All right, Elijah Frazier. We've seen a lot of this kid, 6'3", 240. Here's midseason highlight tape, 3 minutes and 1 second. Being that I've seen him before, we got to use our hands here at defensive end. I think he heeded the advice on defensive end tape first. Seeing if I was still recording. Good play. That side owl was just me looking at the camera. Don't worry about that. I'm just thinking, trying to evaluate here. My brain's going in a million different directions. All right, so looking from this here from your highlight tape. I don't know what I spoke about beforehand, but the physicality has got to increase by some measure significantly. I would assume. You know, looks like you're just a little bit bigger than people, but you need to absolutely dominate if you want to play college football. I don't know what we're looking like with offers here. Andrew College, okay, yeah. So we're looking at somewhere like with size. Just looks like we need to be more physical if you want to really take the next step to dominate. Punch if you explode through your hands. Uh, just be very physical. All right, now we've got Stephen Morrison. No information on him. This is the last guy I've got. We've only been live 15 minutes, but I've done got pretty quick about these. All right, need to cut down the time, and let's see what position is this kid. Nose guard and okay, so he's playing right tackle and pulling. It's a good play. Um, wish I had height weight on you. Not bad. Time in between plays, cut them down. This is eating up a lot of brain power waiting on this stuff. Your finishing blocks, which is good. Maybe you need to see a little bit more athleticism out of you because the slow, uh, miserable trot at the end of each play does not help you. It makes you look slow and lazy. So cut it out after that, before you get to that point. Don't let people just see you walking around, trotting around aimlessly. I'm trying to stay awake right now. And it's not even 10 o'clock yet. Talk about beat. All right. Let's see what we're working with. Another pull here, which is not bad. You're pulling a lot, which is good. Finishing the block, good. Just maybe a step faster would do you some handiwork. Wish I could see height weight. I'm going to have to go. All right. 6 foot. You're working with something. I think you can play interior offensive line somewhere. I'm not familiar with all the schools in Texas. The smaller ones, obviously, it's not going to be FBS if it's not FBS at this point, or Division One. So I'd start reaching out. If you've got to get your height, your weight, your school, your GPA, um, your positions, your contact information in your bios, so the coaches can find you, reach out to you, and go from there. But anyway, busy nights working on a new website for some local guys. So I'll unpin this. Hopefully, y'all been able to catch this, and y'all have a good night.